You are an animal, right now, breathing, hungry, afraid of things you can't explain. But somewhere, about 300,000 years ago, something happened. Something so small, so quiet, so invisible, nobody noticed it. And yet, it changed everything. It turned an ordinary primate into the most dangerous creature this planet has ever seen. The question is, what was it? What exactly happened the day humans stopped being animals? Let's go back, way back. 2 million years ago, your ancestors were unremarkable, seriously. If you saw one walking across a field today, you wouldn't think twice. They were small, weak, no claws, no venom, no armor. Lions were faster, bears were stronger. Even pigs were more dangerous. Your ancestors spent most of their day doing exactly what every other animal does: eating, sleeping, running away from things. They weren't at the top of the food chain. They weren't even in the middle. They were prey. For nearly 2 million years, humans were just food. So what changed? The first domino was fire. About 1.5 million years ago, early humans discovered something extraordinary. They could control it. Not create it. Not yet. But control it. Feed it. Keep it alive. And this one thing, this flickering orange thing that every other animal ran away from, completely rewired the human brain. Here's why. Before fire, humans ate raw meat, raw vegetables, raw everything. Your body spent enormous energy just trying to digest food. But cooked food, your body processes it twice as fast, absorbs twice the calories. Suddenly your brain, which burns 20% of your entire body's energy, had fuel, real fuel. And it started growing. In just 400,000 years after cooking began, the human brain nearly doubled in size. But fire didn't just feed the brain. It did something else, something nobody talks about. It created the night. Before fire, when the sun went down, life stopped. You hid. You stayed silent. You hoped nothing found you in the dark. Every animal on Earth still does this. But humans, with fire, suddenly own the night. And what do you do when you're safe, warm, full, and awake with nothing to do? You talk. For the first time in the history of life on this planet, creatures sat in a circle and just talked. They told stories. They pointed at stars. They made each other laugh. They asked questions nobody had ever asked before. Why are we here? What happens when we die? What's on the other side of those mountains? This was the moment. This right here was the invisible line between animal and human. Not the brain size, not the tools, the stories. Because no other animal tells stories. A wolf doesn't warn his children about a hunter he saw 3 winters ago. A bird doesn't pass down knowledge about which berries are poisonous. But humans did. And that meant every generation didn't start from zero. Every generation started from where the last one ended. Around 70,000 years ago, something happened that scientists still argue about. They call it the cognitive revolution. Suddenly, almost overnight in evolutionary terms, humans started doing things no creature had ever done. They made jewelry. They painted caves. They buried their dead with flowers. They believed in things that didn't exist. Gods, spirits, luck, justice. Think about how insane that is. No other animal has ever believed in something invisible. A chimpanzee cannot believe in justice. A dolphin cannot worship a god. An elephant cannot imagine heaven. But humans could. And this ability to believe in shared fictions became the most powerful force in history. Because here's the thing. You can't get 1,000 chimpanzees to cooperate. Try it. They'll fight. They'll split. They'll tear each other apart. But you can get 1,000,000 humans to cooperate. How? Give them a shared story, a religion, a nation, a currency, a law. None of these things exist in nature. Money is just paper. Countries are just lines on a map. Laws are just ideas. But when millions of humans believe in the same fiction, they become unstoppable. That is what separated us from every other animal that ever lived. Not strength, not speed, not claws, belief. So when exactly did we stop being animals? Was it when we made tools? Chimps make tools. Was it when we felt emotions? Elephants grieve their dead. Was it when we formed families? Wolves do that too. No. The moment we truly stopped being animals was the moment we looked up at the night sky, around a fire, and asked a question that had no survival value whatsoever. Why? Not how do I eat? Not how do I survive? Why am I here? That question, pointless from a biological standpoint, is the most human thing that has ever existed. Every other creature on Earth is running a program. Eat, reproduce, survive, repeat. But somewhere around a fire, one human looked up and broke the program. And once you break the program, once you start asking why, you can never go back. Right now, in 2026, you are the result of 300,000 years of humans who refuse to just be animals. Every time you create something, every time you ask why, every time you tell a story or dream about the future, you are doing the exact thing that made us human in the first place. The fire is still burning. The only question is, what are you going to do with it? If this made you think, you know what to do. See you next week.